Hey, what's up, guys? Bluma here, and yes, I know it's been a while since I uploaded something, and I have like two more things in the works. Let me explain. So, reaction videos are kind of a big, like, I guess, thing I like to watch on YouTube, and I've always kind of wanted to give it a shot on certain things. I never really made that happen because I never had the motivation, and my self confidence kept waiting on, like, if I would be good at it. But I did see this video from Jaiden Animations that said, so it's been 10 years, huh? Considering I've seen quite a bit from this channel, back from the start of when, they were I Has Cupquake's animator, I am interested to see where this goes. And yes, I still have seen their recent work, and I loved every bit of it, especially their ADHD video, which I relate to so goddamn hard. When I saw that ADHD video, I'm like, wow, I have a lot of those same problems. And I know I have ADD, but if it's becoming blended with ADHD, and then I saw she worked so much better with Adderall and those voices are gone, I'm like, huh, maybe I just need some. But regardless, that's not the point. The point is, I'm excited to see where this goes because I can't imagine doing content on YouTube for 10 years. I technically haven't been doing that, like, with my channel. I mean, yes, through technicality standards, I probably have been, but video-wise, hell no. She's been putting in a lot more work. So I do want to see where this goes in terms of, like, what type of journey will she say that she's led? Because I'm sure there's been a lot of ups and downs with being a content creator for 10 years of your life. So let's give it a shot, Sally. 3, and I'm already subscribed. Oh, well, you can't see that, but I'm already subscribed. Trust me. Let me just wee. I'm already subbed, so don't worry. I'm ahead of the ball game there. I'm ahead of the game there. Anyways, let's get started. Let's not delay. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
As of now, Jaiden Animations is officially 10 years old. Yes, I know I technically made the channel in February, but shut up, I don't count that. On July 23rd, 2014, I uploaded my first ever animation to YouTube.
Hey everyone, my name is Jaiden, and welcome.
Alright, that's enough, you get the point. It's kind of
Okay, I'm gonna try not to pause often because I do get pissed when people do that too. Oh, I feel that so much with my own content. With my old ass videos, like my 64 videos, oh, I hate how I sound. If you want me to react to those in real time, because I don't really remember, it's been, I think, a couple of years since I've even seen my older content. So I'm probably going to react the same way with any other videos. I feel this so much. It's always the beginning. You're always like, oh, I did this.
of old news that a lot of content creators have started retiring, especially after hitting the old
Wait, was that a MacPad thing? Hold on. Wait.
Content on YouTube for 10 years has significantly changed the entire. Alright, that's enough, you get the point. It's kind of old news that a lot of content creators have started.
It's a MacPad! Look at it! Jaiden actually made him look so smug and so, like, suave right here. I think that's supposed to be Captain Sparkles. I don't know.
Retiring, especially after
I don't know anyone. I don't know every YouTuber. I just know a handful.
hitting the old 1-0. Making content on YouTube for 10 years has significantly changed the entire trajectory of my life. I started Jaiden Animations when I was 16. At the time, I was super shy, quiet, anxious, knew nothing about the world. I could count the number of friends I had on one finger. But not in a sad way, I liked my simple little life. For the longest time, I didn't even realize YouTube had channels or that people were uploading things like vlogs and series and skits. I mean, it was definitely
I was the same way. I just had a handful of friends. I didn't even know YouTube was a thing. I just kept to my world of playing Nintendo games all day doing whatever schoolwork I needed to, and just kind of that was it. That was just kind of my life. I didn't really have much, so yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I didn't know it was this big whole thing.
Less established at the time compared to now, but I saw YouTube as just the place to watch funny cats and compilations of people getting hit in the crotch. The way I found out about this whole online world was after coming home from school one day to find my laptop not turning on, meaning I couldn't play Minecraft anymore. We've all been there, it's tragic. To satisfy my desperate Minecraft
I wasn't. Okay, well, at one point I was, and my little kid brain got like Minecraft on the PS3, and I remember telling you, I didn't know how to set up internet connections back then like I do now. I was essentially playing like. I heard people like playing online in Minecraft could be fun at the time, so I'm like, I want to play too. I didn't have an internet connection to my PlayStation, and yes, that meant my Nintendo systems too. I was essentially just playing Minecraft by myself. And even then I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know that you had to get like the pearls and find the end and, you know, like defeat the dragon, you know? Nah. I essentially just went in creative, built a little house in the middle of wherever, and that was it. I never touched Minecraft again. And then there was a brief period where, with my current friend group, like IRL, they were playing Minecraft for a bit. And so I kind of wanted to hop in too. I did for a bit. It never grew on me again. I guess that one moment of like realizing I probably wasn't going to hit that same like playing with friends high at that moment as a kid, I guess I just never really got into it again. Plus, sandbox games in general, for as active of an imagination as I have, when it comes to like games where it's like you can do anything, I got no clue. I'm better at adding my own sense of magic to already established worlds. When it comes to making my own, I got no fucking clue where to start. That's why I like games where they give you like an objective or like a goal. It makes me feel like, okay, like I at least like I know what to do. Like, here we go. I don't have to like think too much about like possible other shit unless I make it that way. So I guess Minecraft just wouldn't grow on me regardless.
Fixation, I typed Minecraft into the YouTube search bar to see if anyone just so happened to upload any Minecraft-related videos. And oh, were there people uploading Minecraft-related videos. My world expanded exponentially at that very moment. YouTube channels, subscribers, people uploading content for an audience that looks forward to their videos. The first channel I ever subscribed to was a Minecraft YouTuber who... I don't even... I'm blanking on the name. But I was now...
Yep. Definitely a Minecraft YouTuber.
Aware of YouTube as an actual community beyond funny fail compilations. Watching videos became a huge part of my day-to-day life. I'd put stuff on when I wanted to relax, laugh, needed background noise. If I was having a tough day, I would lock myself in my bathroom, lay on the floor, and watch videos on my phone, and I'd feel better. Even before making content myself, YouTube was an essential part of my life. I branched out from Minecraft to general gaming videos, even the occasional vlog series, until I stumbled upon a very special video in my suggested feed. An animated story time from a YouTuber called Domix. It was his emails video. I remember it so clearly. After watching it, I immediately binged his whole channel. I loved his animated...
God, that really do be how it be, huh? At least when you're young, that's what I did. If I found a YouTuber I liked, I immediately would binge their stuff and be like, this is fucking great, you know?
Stories, they made me laugh so much. For the first time ever, I thought to myself, I want to do stuff like that. I want to animate. And
once again, I was the same way. The first channel I can at least vividly remember watching and binging was the Game Grumps. So much so that I make their references or just moments pop up in my head, and it helps sometimes when my workday is shit. So I just watch one of their like videos or like funny moment like compilations, and it always makes me feel better. Like the best laughter compilations, those are great. Um, and I vividly remember the first. And here's the thing: I didn't even discover this myself. My dad showed it to me. He, it was when they were playing Eminem Beach Party on the Wii years ago, and I so clearly remember, like, because he came into my room one time when I just woke up, and I probably like got my DS or something, and he was like, "Hey Apple, look at yes I." No, not like the annoying orange apple. My family calls me either mono or apple. But point being, or like apple juice, because I like apples and apple juice is great. It's delicious. So, and I remember that he was like, "Hey, look, there are these people that like swear on the internet and they play video games and they're funny." So I literally just like watched, I think, a good amount of the video with him, and I was laughing too. I enjoyed it. And so I was like, "Thanks for showing me, Dad." And, like, he went back to his own thing. I remember I immediately looked up more of the channel, and I binged, like, their Mario Party vids, their, what were they playing at the time? I think Sonic Boom? Like, Kirby's Dream Course, yes, like the old got to catch up on Game Grumps episodes. Didn't have time for this when I was president. Just learned my Karuba yesterday. I haven't even seen Sonic Boom, it's been so long. It's hilarious. Yeah, that's how far behind I am. And like, I don't know, it opened my world to like, wow, there are other people who play Mario Party competitively like I am. Like the internet funny man Alpharad, or Friends Without Benefits, or like, I mean, yes, I'm speaking now, but like back then it was still kind of the same thing by mentioning people like now, like Party Crashers, Side Quests, like all those other people who play it, like, and put as much heart into it as I do. They put their whole shosai into it, like, I feel that. My IRL friend group hates playing Mario Party with me because I'm such a tryhard. So it's like, I want to do Mario Party stuff like that, like competitively, where it's like, ha, like Alfred when he did his Mario Party summits, like, bitch, I would want to kick ass. But I'm getting off topic. Point being, it's such an interesting thing to do and to see like your whole world expand when it comes to YouTube when you're barely seeing that type of stuff. I remember, and like going to another part of it, I remember one of the first furry YouTubers I saw was a YouTuber named Bakariru, who doesn't upload as much, but I think has like a t-shirt company. I think they're doing well, last I heard. But it was stuff like that, like, and then it transferred to like Majira, Nas Hyena, Kiwi Fox, Beta Eta Delota, Beagle and Red, like a lot of furry YouTubers, because at that time, shit was exploding. Shit was gaining traction, it wasn't just all haha, like, funny cat videos and, like, hilarious family moments. Like, it was genuine, like, content that I was really happy to divulge in and, like, just watch. It was great. And, like, sure, a lot of them moved to Twitch, and Jaiden also games on Twitch, too, I'm pretty sure. As well as Alfred and all that stuff. But, like, yeah, like, it was eye-opening just to wake up and just see new videos and, I don't know, just see how everything was. At the time, I genuinely wanted to make content like that too. Hence my older videos, like, that was me trying to do something like that, but I didn't have any of the equipment. Yes, I now have the equipment, but since I stream more on Twitch and let's be real here, I'm recording this when my family isn't home because, let's be real here, you probably don't want to hear background TV noise or little brothers screaming and running down the hallway over and over again. Yeah, that's Well, that and dealing with work schedules and self-motivation, it's a difficult thing to go through. Especially when you know you're not as good as other content creators and you don't know how to do a lot of things. Like, this is just a blind reaction. And not only that, I'm not editing, like, shit. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to do, like, much. Otherwise, I'd probably be making my own, like, covers of people's songs because I love to sing. You know, like, it's... like something from, like, Oreo or something, you know? Like her Clover series. Like, I want to do more stuff, but it's hard to do with mindsets. And I'm sure we'll get to that later in this video, how it was working with mindsets or like with the turmoils of being a YouTuber. So I probably had this pause for too long.
And around the same time, I was really into Aya's Cupquake's Minecraft Oasis series and had even sent in a few fan arts I drew for her. She posted a couple at the end of her videos, which genuinely made me so extremely happy. I was totally freaking out. Anyway, in one of the episodes, she mentioned that she wanted to find an animator to animate some of her funny Minecraft moments. And suddenly, I saw the stars align in front of me. I sent her a little...
I didn't mean to pause it. The planets have aligned and everything is coming into place. Your plan will come into motion.
Little message attached to another fan art basically saying, "Hi Cupquake, I'd love to animate for you if you're interested." And she ended up reaching out and was like, "Hey, we love your style and would love to work with you. Do you have an animation portfolio we can look at?" To which I responded with, so I've never actually animated before. But I'm learning, and honestly, they shouldn't have hired me. I wouldn't have hired me. But somehow I had secured my first animation job. And for my favorite YouTuber, this was by far the biggest thing to ever happen to me.
That's kind of like how I would feel now if like the Game Grumps saw something stupid I did. Like if I don't know what would be that, but like if I went to one of their live shows and like if they had an audience participation segment and they picked me, I would probably be like ecstatic. I'd be like, oh god, 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 they see me, they're talking to me, oh my god, because like they were one of the first YouTubers I subscribed to. I have a vivid memory of like they were one of the first ones I filled my feed with, of my like over 400 subscriber feed now. They were one of the first ones. So it's like, I would lose my shit too, Jaiden. Also, I think her animated videos were the reason I subscribed to Cupquake. Because I thought like, oh, there's content like this is going to be great. It wasn't exactly like that, and I kind of fell out of it a little bit later. But then I found Jaiden, and you know, here we go. Still subscribe, baby.
I wanted to make the best animation they could ever ask for.
Hell yeah!
Now, I just had to learn how to animate. No joke, I literally typed how to animate and Adobe Flash tutorial into the YouTube search bar. That's how I learned. No class or school or nothing. I vividly remember opening Adobe Flash for the first time and wishing I could just skip forward in time to when I already knew how to even use the program, because
this is so relatable because I'm the same way with like I said, like with people who know how to edit, like the Party Crasher, for example. They do like funny shit with like little subtitles and like zoom ins and just funny moments, and like they make them almost funnier by being like adding like images to make it funny, like when Brent does monkey noises, it has like a fucking spinning monkey. Like I should probably change off this face
because I was so confused.
There we go. Like it's stuff like that where it's like, I wish I could just jump forward and know shit. Like when I tried SFM animating or learning how the fuck that shit works, or you know, like how to edit. I know someone who knows how to, like, what they're fucking doing. My good friend, I'll call them Maz. I'm subscribed to them too. I don't know, like they know how to like edit music and like animate and draw. And I'm like, bitch, I wish I could do that. You know, like you wish you could just jump to when you know shit. But it's a learning process that's gonna fucking suck. So I feel this on a spiritual level of like, I wish I knew how to like add things to make this funny or to make this good, you know? So,
beginnings, what can I say? And honestly, that's all it takes. People ask me all the time how I learned to animate, how I do this and that, what program to use, but you already have the biggest source of free online information at your fingertips.
And here's the thing, she is right. I don't learn that way. This sounds like I'm making a bullshit excuse, and maybe to a degree, you're right. But, like, I always learned by having someone be there, like, for all of my life. And like I said, I have ADHD, and, like, I learn a bit differently than most people. I've noticed this through growing up in school, you know? Like, I would always feel better with something when someone showed me how to do it first and like a way to do it, you know, like a method that would kind of like, then I would be like, oh, it clicks. And then I can like do this and then this and then this, you know, like I didn't know how to Twitch stream or to do anything of this shit on OBS without someone being in a Discord call with me and sharing their screen to show me the shit. I don't really know how to do things by myself. Because I don't know shit. I'm like a deer learning how to walk. I don't know what I'm doing. And yes, that makes me sound pathetic because I am a pathetic human being. But like, it's the truth. I don't fucking know. I wish I knew. I wish I could like put like a piece of tape or like a wrench, like a screw, like if my brain was like a machine and I can like fix it, I wish I can. I wish it was that simple.
Just type whatever you want to learn into the search bar and people will literally teach it to you, no strings attached. While working on the animation for Cupquake and her husband Red, I talked to them about how I also wanted to make YouTube videos, that I wanted to animate little stories but was too nervous. They were both really supportive and encouraging.
Okay, this reminds me of my with my time with the Anubian Nomad, who I mentioned I think on the video before. He was a good amount of motivation for, well, he still is. We don't talk as much, but like he is still a good source of motivation for me streaming, you know? Like he's come such a long way, and I was the same way. I was like, I wish I could make people laugh with my stupid antics, to make them smile during, like, and watch my stuff when they're having, like, a bad day. When they're... Because I've been on that side where, like, I just had a crappy day, or I just hate myself, or, you know, I just need a distraction. And lo and behold, a funny video or a sweet moment on, like, a live stream or a funny... like gaming video like from the Party Crashers or from Game Grumps, it makes me smile and laugh and forget my troubles. Or like Smitty, you know, like funny stuff like that. It's to some people, yes, it is a distraction, but to us, it's a distraction we need just to feel good again. Because it's not easy to feel good after feeling like garbage for a lot of the time, you know? So having a support group like that is one of the most uplifting things you can get. And he somehow, all these years later, I think it's been years at this point, remembers me saying that. And, you know, stuff like this is what drives me to stream. YouTube I kind of fell off on, as you could tell by my upload schedule. And the fact that I constantly make promises that I don't really keep because God knows I'm as flip-floppy as a flip-flop. Yeah, like it's one of the best things you can get. So the fact that Jaiden also dealt with this, it's like, hell yeah.
Saying they'll put a link to my channel in the description of the animation to help me and stuff. I'll be completely honest, if Cupquake and Red didn't hire me and offer to help give me that initial push to start a YouTube channel, I wouldn't have made Jaiden Animations. Like I mentioned, I was quiet and soft-spoken. I didn't even get picked on because nobody knew anything about me to bully me with. They had nothing. In what world would a tiny little 16-year-old dust mite of a girl feel confident enough to start an animation YouTube channel where she talks about her life? Especially for what would be a single-digit amount of people for who knows how long. I'll tell ya, she does it in a world where she feels encouraged and inspired by the people she looked up to. There's so many timelines where none of this ever happened. So much had to come together just for me to start. And against all odds, it did. I finished the animation, they posted it, and I spent pretty much the entire month reading every single comment. Everyone loved it, it was doing really well.
Wait. Images you could hear. I literally could hear her go, "No! Jovi! Jovi!" And then just kneeling to the ground. Baby Jovi! All he wanted to do was mine. Oh my god, I see it burn in front of me. I'm a terrible mom. You stupid lava! Like that. That's basically the image I can hear every single time. I mean, that's what I can hear every single time I look at any still image of this video. This one specifically.
Really well. I remember messaging Cupquake a giant soppy thank you paragraph when the video hit 1 million views. By the way, the entire animation was made on only 3 layers because any more would make my brain confused. I genuinely cannot believe they hired me. At the same time, I posted my very first video as Jaiden Animations, introducing myself and announcing that I'm gonna try out making animation videos. It's funny looking back at
it's
because
so
if
cute.
you don't know all the context, you'll watch my first video and be like, who is this dumbass talking to? She just started the channel, there's no audience yet. The shout out Cupquake gave
Little did you know, there was!
me in the description gave me the boost I needed
And
to
there
take
will
the
be.
second thoughts. I gained
Like
2 or
that.
3,000 subscribers
Like
right
that.
out the gate, and ever since then I wanted to keep making more content, and I was really, really excited about
To quote her, like, going to Japan with her family video, well, I guess I'll jump again! It just, like, starts going at it.
about it. I made more animations for Cupquake for a couple years alongside posting my own
The FNAF one. The FNAF one was easily the selling point. I remember the Minecraft where it's like, you killed my Triceratops, baby Joby burning in the fire. The second FNAF one I actually haven't seen as often as the first one, but I mean, like, look at that Bonnie in the thumbnail and tell me I need a reason.
stupid little videos until eventually parting ways with them to focus entirely on Jaiden Animations. Working with
Which, I also saw a recent video from Cupquake because it was in my recommended feed. I'm so touched that they still, like, treat her so lovingly and, like, have fond memories of hiring her and, like, Jaiden explaining, like, the video process. It was really sweet. I'm glad that after all this time, they're still, like, good friends to each other.
them was amazing, and those animations did overwhelmingly well at the time. Like, I look back and am still shocked. I apparently peaked with that damn 2014 FNAF animation. Come on.
Yeah! Hold on, go back. Oh, whoop, bit too far ahead. There we go. Like, can you blame us? At a time where FNAF was exploding onto the scene, it makes sense. Especially from the first game, because it was the first game at the time. It wasn't like now where it's like, oh, FNAF 2 is technically like the first in the timeline. Or then you have the first one being next. But then the first one was Fredbear's Friendly Diner from FNAF 4, you know, like, linear! It was linear back then! This was fine! This was the norm! You saw the Marky Moo and the Jacksepticeyes! Like, this was the shit! Also, the way she drew them, like, the Bonnie, the Freddy, the Bonnie, I mean, the Bonnie, the Freddy, the Foxy, she drew them so well and, like, huggable, cuddable. Like, they looked fluffy! As a fluffy Ian myself, I stand this! I mean, I already stand FNAF and the animatronics as already enough, but like that just makes it great. Like they feel plush. I mean, and of course, like in the lore, like they're based off of the FNAF, like the plush merch that they sold, and it's like actually made of the kind of plush fabric, so it makes sense. But like, this works. This works. She drew them really well, and like a lot of expressions. It was great. And yes, I'm gonna let the 18 plus like on for a second. That they drew. I think I remember Freddy in there having like a bit of more of like a bulkier bod. So I think that kind of awakened stuff. As well as the fact that Bonnie was kind of like the twink, which also kind of helped. And then Foxy was just, yeah. Essentially, I would do all the FNAF 1 animatronics except for Chica. Fuck Chica. Yes, I'm okay. What? Yes, I know I'm a flaming bisexual, and I know I'm aiming more for the men. But listen, Chica in the FNAF VR game fucked over like the Anubian Nomad so much on his stream that it kept breaking the game. Chica's just a bitch in general. Okay? You all remember that fucking half the time it's just pizza. One time just get the pizza. Fuck her. Fun Time Chica is a bit more of like a wood. Okay, so it's not me just being like more biased. I can still like some of the female animatronics. It's just I prefer these. Okay, thank you for covering my rant. Let's continue.
FNAF animation. Come on, Nuzlocke. Surpass it, please. Free me from these shackles. By this time.
Oh wait, so that her Nuzlocke from 2 years ago has 92 mil. And then her ISCO Quicker from 4 years, or more maybe, still has 97 mil. How many years ago was that?
FNAF
it said
animation. Come on, Nuzlocke. Surpass it, please. Free me from these shackles.
9 years ago. Oh fuck.
By this time, I was in college now, and even though I wasn't able to post very much at all, things were doing really well. I remember sitting on the top of my dorm bunk, secretly celebrating hitting 100,000 subscribers, a milestone I was beyond thrilled about, and honestly was my biggest goal at the time. Somehow, my roommate ended up finding out about it and immediately told every single person on our floor.
It really do be like that sometimes, huh? I would be nervous as fuck if one of my associates from work found my YouTube or my Twitch. God, no, my Twitter. That would be more of a dumpster fire to explain. But, yeah, like... I feel that. Sometimes you just have such supportive, like, even associates that are just like, guys, look what this fucker does, you know? Like, it's... Oh...
which embarrassed the hell out of me. But at the same time, I was sheepishly proud of myself that people thought what I was doing was cool. Along with new experiences, for the first time ever, I was making online friends and becoming part of a growing little animation community. Cypher Den, Tony V Tunes, Lightsen. I even stumbled onto James randomly after being recommended his ASMR video.
Meanwhile, how I found James was like everyone else. His Suabue videos. Which, I can understand when some people are like, why isn't there a Suabue 4? He doesn't work there and hasn't for years. Kind of hard to make a Subway Stories vid when you kind of expelled all your Subway stories.
I specifically remember going through his channel and thinking, I can't believe this guy doesn't have more subscribers, he's so funny. And well, would you look at that. After finishing my first year in college, I ended up talking to my parents about taking a gap year to see where all this YouTube stuff could go. They were, of course, hesitant at first. Making videos on YouTube for money? Can you even do that?
Yeah, when I told my mom this, she basically had the same reaction. It's not really an easy thing to explain to your parents that, yes, sitting on your ass and doing, like, basically playing games and doing stuff like this online for money is a thing. Yeah. As you can tell, I never went far with it, but she did!
But eventually agreed and have been my biggest fans ever since. I was officially doing YouTube full-time. I don't really know what happened, but a few months later, James started blowing up. In our little animation group chat, we were like, whoa, James, congrats, what's happening? And he was like, I don't know, oh my god. And then I started blowing up too, and suddenly the entire Storytime animation community was rising and thriving. It felt like we were strapped onto a rocket heading straight for the stars. People really loved watching story.
Rise up, artists, get those pencils out! Or your drawing tablets, I suppose. The time I tried flying a rocket. Gone wrong, gone right, gone what?
Time animation. We went to our first ever VidCon and there was a whole line of people that wanted to meet us, which is a crazy experience for our first convention ever. Since then, everything has kind of just been history. I kept posting, obviously, met new people, made incredible friends, started building my own animation team, learned a lot about the world, but most of all, being on YouTube forced me to grow thicker skin. I'm sure most of you can relate to some degree. Mindless hate, online arguments, people nitpicking and speculating that you're actually a horrible human being.
Which, yeah, it's such a sad truth nowadays. You can't tell you can't tell when someone's being genuine unless you actually know them. And even then, that could be kind of risky because they could be lying. Because you've seen that happen a lot online where it's like, I thought this person was really chill. Every time I've hung out with them, they were really like nice and charming. And then you realize that they're secretly I don't want to say I'll just go with like something I guess basic by default, like a huge racist or like a specific type of member. It's hard to tell what's genuine nowadays online, especially when it comes to like being as popular as you are, because then it becomes such a degree of like it will either consume you and your ego will become so massive that you can't even tell like where you started and all your life is just being this type of person, where you can be stronger and still be yourself while still maintaining like your persona online and reality and having a balanced mix of the two, like, you know, like Jaiden or like I'm trying to think. Like, who's the one I know that does a lot of talking? I guess like a key. He's pretty big on Twitch, but like he still takes time to just like talk to as many people as he can, and you know, he stretches himself so thin, but like I don't know how he does it. When he says things like, "Oh, I'm just like a normal Hopkin that just wants to make people smile," I'm like, bitch, you do so much more than people, you know, like have probably ever done in their lives, and have persevered through so much bullshit that like others probably wouldn't have even like continued onward with, you know? So like he's a lot stronger than he gives himself credit for, I will say.
Because of how normalized posting content is now with TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, I'm sure everyone has gotten their fair share of the hate hammer, but 10 years ago, it was pretty much only big online personalities who were familiar with it, and it comes at you pretty fast. Suddenly, you have to figure out how to hide your personal information and tell family members to private their Facebook accounts, which they don't know how to do. Scary emails come in, uncomfortable comments. Lots of uncomfortable comments. I got doxxed one time because someone speculated I was a narcissistic liar because I claimed to be shy and introverted, but would get loud sometimes when...
Which that's such bullshit logic. Like, oh, you're immediately like a liar. Like, you're not quiet at all. It's like, yes, because recording an entire animated video like this would only get you so far, considering you could sound like more normal with a clearer voice instead of being like, yeah, so then I kind of Then when I went on this trip to the supermarket, I ran over some lady's foot and she tried kicking me and kicked the cart again with her other foot. Fell over into the oranges. And it got buried under said oranges. And while people were trying to help, I sped away in panic. And went to the grabbed my stuff, went to the checkout as soon as possible, only to have the lady limp back to the checkout to try and stand, and then be like, and then give me the biggest bombastic side eye I've ever seen in my life. Like, that would be really hard to talk about while being in a whisper. I'm just saying.
Reading scripts. Also, fun fact, I never planned on being public with my full name, but the reason it got leaked is because my old high school published an online article about my channel and dropped the full government without my permission. I'm still pissed about that one. And
well, I mean, yeah, the logic that they have is like, well, it's high school, you know? Like, people already know your name through the yearbook. What's the problem? It's like, yeah, but when you have an online persona, saying your full government name isn't exactly the greatest idea. So that's why even if I say first names, I don't say last names because that would be idiotic. Hell, my name is one of the most common names on the planet. Like, I'm not exactly like worried if I spill it.
And I know, this is genuinely what you just have to expect when you make content online. It's awful, but it's the truth. I didn't want to
Sadly
quit,
true.
so I adapted to the horrible things, awful videos made about me for attention. There's nothing a passerby hate comment can say that could surprise me anymore. If anything, they're all the same and it's just annoying at this point. Not saying I'm happy that I went through all of it and it should have happened. People can be genuinely awful. But I'd like to say I've come out of it all a version of myself that wouldn't have existed otherwise. Not because of all the shitty things, but in spite of them. I've learned how to stand up for myself, grew my confidence, learned how to separate myself from my work and not take comments personally. All things you learn out in the world over time as you grow up. But crank to 100 and during the most insecure years of a person's life. It was hard, but hey, I'm still here, aren't I? I look back and see my mistakes, bad takes, stupid ideas, regret here and there. It's overwhelmingly stressful to grow up and learn and change while in the public's eye. Even more now than ever. But all things considered, I believe I was always trying my best in the position I was in. Was constantly trying to be the best person I could be. And I won't ever be upset at myself for that. Also, I do want to say, a big thing that's followed me throughout almost my whole career at this point is the fact that yeah, I've talked about mental health and things I've struggled with at the time, like anxiety, depression, rock bottom
Oh, all these are so relatable, honestly.
confidence, etc., etc. I've definitely spilled my guts out on the floor in front of the internet a couple times in my day, and there's no part of me that regrets it at all. A lot of people have told me that they felt more understood or learned things about themselves through those videos, but as a now adult that's had the time to grow and adapt and overcome these things, man, you guys kind of still think I'm a little bit pathetic. I see comments all the time when I'm in my friends' videos or being involved in a big event.
Just dragging the internet funny man along. Let's get this bread, gamers. Let's drag Alpharet through the sea. He might be a little dead, but he's still salvageable. Come on, get him up. he's still got another Nuzlocke to do. Come on, get him up. Come on, Jaiden, you got this. Let's go. He may be dead as fuck right there, but he's alive in our hearts. Sorry. It was really good.
And so many people go, wow, I can't believe how far Jaiden's come from being this puny little scared teenager. I'm so proud of Jaiden, really stepping out of her comfort zone here. She is just so brave for showing her face after dealing with such low confidence. That one's always funny because it can definitely come off like I should still be self-conscious, which I'm not, by the way. I get what those comments are saying, I really do. But guys, not everything I do has to be brave. I'm just doing fun things with friends on camera. We don't need the 20.
Yeah, there's having like support that warms your heart, and then there's support that's like, guys, they should be kind of like tame by everyone else's standards. How come there's suddenly like a red carpet and a bandwagon coming on? Like, you could chill out for a bit. Not everything that has to be done is the most monumental thing of this person's career. We can still have support that isn't a parade.
24/7 Jaiden cheer squad busting out the trophies and medallions every single time. And we
Yeah.
also don't need the Jaiden defense squad scrapping with anyone that says anything non-positive about me. It's the internet.
Which, once again, it's appreciated if you want to like defend the person you do know. Like if someone was talking to someone, they said, I don't like how your content is, and if someone I do know knows me, and just trying to like convince them otherwise, that's appreciated, but it's fun. Not like, I understand if I do, like, I'm probably never gonna get big, but I understand that content I do make will not vibe with every single goddamn human being. I've had to cross that mental hurdle myself because I remember having the mindset of I want to please everyone, or I want to try and make everyone happy, which I still do to a degree, but not as extreme as I did before. I understand that not everything I do will be charming or funny or like heartwarming. It'll just be stupid, idiotic, and, you know, like maybe a bit icky, you know, considering what I just said about the FNAF animatronics. So yeah, like I understand these things. So like, yeah, like it's nice to have a defense squad, but don't actually scrap with people or threaten to come to their house and like burn their car or something. Like let's just be civil. We're still civil here, you know.
People have the right to not like me for whatever reason. I promise, it's okay. I'm an adult, I'm doing fine. I appreciate the concern. At this point, it just comes across like I'm very pathetic and puny and can't do anything. Now, somehow, a decade has passed. I'm not the tiny,
Nice Persona
small
3 reference.
16-year-old who's afraid of everything and can't talk out loud for more than 15 minutes without straining her throat. That's true, by the way. I spent 15 minutes recording audio for my first video and my throat was dead afterwards. It was pathetic. Now I can record for an hour, which still hurts my throat. You can probably hear it, but that's a 400% improvement right there.
Meanwhile, my throat only starts to die if I scream and celebrate too much. I've had those moments when I, like playing with my friends IRL. If like during an intense Smash Bros moment where like we both kind of like hit each other, but only one of us gets like spiked downward and the other one gets launched to like the side so they live, and like the other person can't exactly recover from the, you know, being spiked essentially. It's those moments that strain my throat because I'm like screaming like, what the fuck was that? Like, we hit at the same time! How did you manage to hit me first and send me down when we came at the sides and you went, but I didn't? What the fuck? You know, it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that that really burns my throat if done excessively. And you know, like, which is why if I ever lose my voice doing something, I don't know what the fuck it'd be. I feel like my voice is pretty decently strong. Not in the singing department, because I can sing decently well, but like very loudly and like kind of higher notes, I can't, despite being a tenor, because I'm so used to singing quietly because, you know, I'm usually with like in the house with my family, or, you know, like working, or, you know, something to that degree, so I'm always around people, so, you know, it's just light singing. But yeah, hold on, I had a bit of a cringe moment because I just thought of Oh god, hold on, I'm having a moment. Ugh. It was a cringe moment at work. Don't worry, it's happening in real time. I'm not cutting this out because it. Oh, it feels stupid. Okay, anyways, back to it.
I'm 26, created hundreds of hours worth of content, have the most wonderful team in the world behind me, am surrounded by amazing friends, live with the most important person in my life, with the most important
Okay, first off, I love the little gremlin underneath the cake with the fork and the knife that's just like, cake, cake. Whoever you are, I feel you. Little Doggo and Birdosh, Ari and the... I forgot her name. I saw the bird one where they laid eggs, but I can't remember her name. I just want to go back to that for like a second.
surrounded by amazing friends, live with the most important person in my life.
I'm not going to look too deeply into it. I'm just going to take that as like an amazing friend and move on. Because I mean, I feel like, of course, anyone else would think there are underlying tones to it, which it does kind of sound like it, but I doubt they're actually in a relationship. I think it's just really close friends who've obviously lived in the same under the same roof for years. And if you've seen Jaden's Alpharad's recent like Among Us video with like the plant update, they still have fun despite being like in rooms, recording rooms, far apart from each other, you know? Like when he screamed, "Do it!" and Jaiden was the imposter. And so she heard from the distance in the house, killed the person while he was like Alfred was spectating as a ghost, and he was losing his shit. Like that shit. It's a nice friendship I think they have. I doubt it's anything more.
With the most important little creatures in my life, I've gotten to meet content creators I've looked up to, got to tour and travel the world with talented friends, talk on panels to hundreds of people who wanted to hear what I had to say, been able to tell the people that inspired me how big of a role they've played in my career, and even got to stand next to them as an equal. I'm happy. Sure, it's always been and still is difficult dealing with the stress of being in a big spotlight. I went through some bad stuff, navigated rocky mental health, trusted people that hurt me, had to pretend not to be affected by things that were genuinely hurtful just to not empower people that wanted to see me break.
Yeah, I've seen some of those situations in my other communities too. And to people I know, it's not fun. It's not fun. I don't know why people do the things that they do when it comes to that. It's not fun. It's hard putting on a brave face when you want to crumble. Being strong is one of the hardest things you can do in situations like that. It's rough out here, man.
All while in the eye of the public where one wrong step could crumble everything I've ever created, but I'm really happy with the place I'm at, the person I've become, and the environment I've built around me. So, what's that leave me with now? A full decade, man. Damn. 10 years of the most difficult, enjoyable, terrifying, exciting, stressful, grateful, soul-crushing, unforgettably special moments of my life. How lucky and grateful I am to have the privilege to say I've gotten to experience so many impossible things, to have so many dreams created and come true, to see myself persist through such a difficult position to be in. After taking a lot of time reminiscing and thinking about what could come next, the direction I want to take to follow what could keep making me happy, I've come to accept that YouTube isn't gonna be part of it. I'm happy with what I've accomplished. I had my rise and grind years, I experienced real and true passion. That's all I could really ask for here. There's not much else I want to do beyond it at this point. But before you freak out, I'm not quitting right this moment.
Thank God. I had the underlying fear of like, she's not retiring as well, right? That would be really, really unfortunate. A lot of people are probably gonna cry their eyes out if that happens.
I still absolutely
Or when that happens, I should say.
I love making content and still have the desire to keep making videos, but my YouTube years are numbered now. I fantasize about logging off as Jaiden Animations and becoming a normal person again. I want to move to a random ass town in a random ass place, have a little house with my creatures, have a normal
I like how Alfred was part of her creature. He's just like, we help with the shipping fees because he didn't have to transport me too. I'm here as well. Like sneaking into a movie theater by hiding in like the back seat, like under the front seats, or like in the trunk of the car. Like same idea, same concept.
job with normal hours and normal problems, live a life where people don't know who I am before I introduce myself. Not saying I don't like being recognized. You can come up to me, I promise, I don't mind. But eventually I just want to feel like a person again. Normal is rapidly changing nowadays, but I don't want this chronically online lifestyle forever. How nice it would feel to one day not have to triple check every single thing I say in fear of people's pitchforks, or fear for my safety when people maliciously leak my private information, or even be constantly surrounded by strangers' opinions on me and every version of myself I've ever been, every moment of my life. I hold it all together pretty well, I'd say. I mean, it's my job to. And none of these negatives have and ever will outweigh the positive aspects of this incredible opportunity that you guys have allowed me to have. I don't want to come across like I'm complaining. I very much understand this is just unfortunately part of it all, and I'm very privileged and very grateful. But I can't do it forever. And I don't want to. I want to feel like I have the time and mental energy to pursue new hobbies, experiment with other things that can make me happy. Making content for YouTube never leaves my head. It's the case for every single content creator on the platform. There's no clocking out, there's no weekends, there's no breaks. You can't just leave an office and not think about it. You're constantly brainstorming ideas, managing everything, schedules, employees. Sure, you can work and live anywhere you want, go on vacation at any point, build your own schedule, but it's always there. Like a black hole in your mind, it's just so exhausting. I haven't felt like I can sit back and enjoy something in 10 years because I simply do not have the time if it isn't for a video. Yeah, that's just how self-employment works, but don't forget about all the other fun stuff I've already mentioned on top of it all. I don't know what I want to do career-wise after retiring from YouTube, but I romanticize the idea of just getting to rediscover myself. Maybe I want to learn how to make custom plushes and open my own little shop, take art commissions, be a teacher, maybe an art director. It's gotten to the point where I think about that little life every day, and I'm actively aiming and walking towards it with every decision I make. Oh, let me tell you, I genuinely cannot wait to live it one day. But there's this other side of me that's so terrified. I've spent my entire young adult life in front of an audience, doing pretty much one thing. I don't know what it's like to live without a platform, surrounded by a huge audience anymore. It scares me, like a lot. I don't want to need this, but I'm scared that I do. In some way. When the time comes, I'll definitely work on that fear in therapy or something, but I do think about it a lot. I'm not done with YouTube just yet. I still want to make animations, and tell stories, animate little gaming videos. I still just love it so much, and I'm not going away.
Like, I'm proposing like an alternative before, like she just said her plan. I'm like, well, what if like you do retire, but maybe like once in a blue moon you make a video of like, so Alfred fell down the stairs and bust his knee. Let me tell you how that went. Like, not that I'm hoping that happens to the internet funny man. I'm just saying, like, something that just randomly happens in normalcy. Or like, so Alfred challenged me to this, like, Mario challenge. I'm gonna tell you how that went, you know? Like, stuff like that. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Not like often, you know. I don't know why I'm trying to come up with like a compromise when she just said she's fine for now.
Away just yet. Sorry to disappoint some of you. I just wanted to let you guys know how grateful I am that you've helped me be right here. I've gotten to meet hundreds of people who told me how much they liked my videos, felt inspired, discovered something about themselves, even did something as small as laugh at one of my stupid ass jokes. I can't wrap my head around the idea that a lot of you grew up watching my videos and are like functioning people in society now. That one always feels like... I know you're not calling me old, but you're calling me.
But I'm old.
For all the art people have drawn for me, even now it's still so surreal. From the cute little doodles from kids to jaw-dropping, fully rendered pieces from artists.
What the fuck? What the shit? Look at that! What the artist? Pink bread. You get that bread. What the fuck is it? That's amazing.
Artists of all ages. Like, you guys are better artists than me at this point. What do you mean I inspired you? Why does my art look like that then?
That's the truth. That's the tea, sis. That's it. Exactly. It's really is that thing where it's like you've inspired me. It's like, bitch, you're funnier than me. What the fuck you mean I'm the inspiration for why like you wanted to branch out. Like you see yourself in the shit you've done. Bitch, you parrot me in like almost every aspect. I don't want to hear a goddamn word.
The whole reason I show fan art at the end of my videos is because I look back at the feeling I got when Cupquake put my art in her videos, and I want to be able to give that back to other artists.
Go back to that.
People have told
no,
me
go back. Hold on. Wait. Holy shit! Look at that! That looks dope as hell! Like the arm tattoos, like there's so much detail on like the wings, and you're holding like your birds. Of course, giving Ari like the pets because Ari is a gremlin. And
I want to be able to give that back to other artists. People have told me they watch my videos to laugh, listen to while working, to feel better after a crummy day. All the ways I used to consume YouTube back in my day. Even though it's easy for me to tell myself, they're just little stupid videos I make. What's the big deal? It kind of also feels like I get to contribute to a cycle I used to be on the other side of and pay it back. I don't know, it just feels good knowing I've made stuff that's made people feel better in a way that other content creators used to make me feel better. I've rambled quite a bit, but thank you for letting me make these silly videos for 10 years.
I gotta say, your Hot Sunny Miku vid was also amazing as fuck, Jaiden. And your ADHD vid definitely made me feel a lot more like, oh man, I should probably get re-diagnosed, because I was diagnosed when I was in elementary school. And even then, I was taking medication that kind of altered my personality for a bit, you know? Like, I wasn't laughing as much, and I still felt the emotions. I just lost the expression to them, I guess, in a way. At least that's how my mom described it. Plus, I'm pretty sure, at least I've heard rumors that the old ADHD medications actually had slight traces of cocaine in them, or, like, some sort of drug, which I'm kind of glad I fell off of those now, but yeah, I should probably get re-diagnosed and see if maybe Adderall will help me focus a bit more. That's if I get lucky. I don't know, but besides the point.
Never would have thought any of this could have happened to little old me, and definitely not for this long. I absolutely thought I would have been tossed aside and forgotten by now. I look back at when things were starting to roll, and I was like, I've got like a 3-year shelf life left. I'm forever grateful for you, my friends, my family, my team. I don't know what my life would have...
Go back. Meet and greet, you too.
For you, my friends.
Game night, Jacob won. Everyone's like struggling and like, come on, Jen, keep going. And Jacob's just like, easy. Star go burr.
My family, my team. I don't know what my life would have looked like if I didn't type Minecraft into the YouTube search bar when I was 14. Who knows how much more time we have with each other, but just know it has been and still is an honor to be here. And until then, I'll be doing my best to keep doing what I've been doing for 10 years and just make these silly little animations. You know, the timing is a little awkward to have just won a
Hey, look, pink breath!
giant Mr. Beast YouTuber challenge that put a lot of eyes on my channel, only for the first thing for me to put out since winning
Wait, she won a Mr. Beast challenge? What the fuck?
is me talking about how I'm really tired and want to retire one day. That was not intentional, I'm sorry. But yes, the next video coming out will be about me winning the Mr. Beast Cube. We're still working on getting the money all set up to be given away, so you can stop emailing me asking for money. It's not gonna work like that. Anyway, thank you to everyone who's been with me at any point of my YouTube career. I've still got a little bit more juice left in the tank. I'm forever lucky to have lived the life I have and to continue living that life, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around. I'm excited to spend a bit more time with you all. So, I'll see you in the next video.
I hate that, like, my heart slightly, like, hurt knowing that she's only, that, you know, like, there's only so much time left with Jaiden. But it's understandable. And, you know, I'm pretty sure she's still gonna be around if Alpha Red's still gonna be making content. Internet funny, man. And yeah, this ADHD vid. That's basically the one where I watched this at like 10 or like 12, no, or like 11 around this, that one of those times when I got home from work, and I was trying, like, everyone in my house was asleep. I was trying not to wake anyone up, but I was fucking like losing it at how much like similarities there was to like her situations in mine with like the whole like I could do like 2 things in a row without having to like hunker myself down or like make mental deals with myself, like some sort of like some sort of like it's a goddamn like $1 million bargain for me, you know? And I'm like, and then when she said like all you normal people who, you know, like go through life and can actually like do these things normally are probably looking at me like this is the most like stupidest shit ever. But meanwhile, my ADHD brethren are like, let's go, and I'm like, I was one of those. I'm like, let's fucking go, Jaden. That's the shit, girl. Let's go. You know, but yeah, I love that vid too. I would have reacted to it, but I already did. So you know what? I already watched it. So I just saw this and thought like maybe I should too. Like maybe I should give this one a shot, considering her videos have been really great so far. So yeah, that's probably going to be the end of it. I don't really know where else to take this. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing when I should have been working out, but you know, that's okay. ADHD burn, baby. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you want me to react to other stuff, if I have the opportunity, like I do right now, where the AC's on and my family's out of the house, let me know, I guess. And I'm not gonna make false promises this time by saying like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, because there is still an Indigo Park vid I want to make that I haven't yet. So that's probably gonna be the one thing I'm gonna focus on, because God knows I got nothing else in mind at the moment, because I don't want to make false promises anymore. I'm done with my motivation sending me topsy-turvy, so whenever I make it, I make it. So thank you all so much for watching and hopefully understanding, and I will see you all in the next galaxy. Laters! Mwah!